Little training on setting up email automations or workflows. And the reason this comes about is that I did a training talking about I created an AI prompt that basically helps people write email, like 12 months of email content in less than 5 minutes. Was one of the big things, as we know, one of the challenges of, of staying in contact with with our past, current clients, our network is is generating value driven content, and through that, using email to do it. So this prompt created this. Well, when I had this training, I talked about then you setting these emails up in a workflow or an automation where you basically can write a whole year's of email, set that into a system that will send that out like clockwork every single month. And so I had a couple of people reach out to me. They're like, "Hey, so what system are you using? How are you doing that?" So I thought I would get on today and just kind of walk through what that looks like, just to kind of share with you on what I use. So the software that I use is it's called IMAX Digital. If you've got questions, you want to know more about that, you can let me know. But I'm going to share my screen and just kind of hop into this, and we'll do kind of just uh, a real time deal on this. So I am inside of my CRM. And as you can see, this is a test email campaign that I created just for testing purposes. And so what happens is that you create inside of IMAX Digital. It's called a workflow, or you may also know it as an automation. Now, the CRM that you're using, definitely, if your CRM doesn't allow you to set up automations or workflows, then I'm going to tell you probably need to get a different CRM, because it is imperative to have that, because it automates it. That means it's going to get done. And if we leave it to our own volition, I know for me, it's just like, oh yeah, we need to send out my monthly email. Then I got to think about it. I got to write it, and then I got to send it. This way, especially if you use the prompt that I have, is it makes it so much easier. And then you just go into your CRM. So every CRM is going to be different. This isn't me training you on it. I just want you to see what that looks like. So basically what you'll see inside of here, and I think I've got this set up for like 24 months. But what happens is that you set this automation up, and once you have the email written, then what happens is I'm just going to click on this first email. So this is the first one, right? This one is, hey, boost your productivity with these top 5 apps. So I'm always talking about value-driven email. So things that people could actually use. So your database, instead of, if you're in the insurance world and you're like, oh, hey, we have the greatest rates and blah, 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 all these other things. That's not that exciting to most people. I'm not saying that you can't have, to talk about it, but what I want to do is that if that becomes all you're doing, it becomes white noise, and then a lot of people will just unsubscribe to that. So, but if I send them something like, oh, hey, boost my productivity with these top 5 apps, and here's in the email, right? And I won't go through line item, but what it does, it shares with them like, hey, here's some things to think about. Maybe you could use like Notion and Trello, Forest. Some of these I'd never even heard of, right? Which I learned, Slack, we're familiar with, Evernote, right? And here's your contact information. And one of the things that I always teach, my students is that, hey, at the end of this, put the PS in there. Hey, PS, if you or someone has a question about, right, whatever, real estate, mortgage, financial services, hey, please connect with me. I love answering questions about, right, insurance, real estate, mortgage. And it's just a reminder to them that, hey, you are still in whatever industry that you're in. And this is just part of what you hear me talk about all the time, is the compound, as Darren Hardy says, or the stacking effect of they're getting an email, direct mail piece, a text, a telephone call, a handwritten note. And it's all of these things that we do over the course of a year that will, and if we're asking correctly and having conversations with those folks, is how we're going to generate more referrals in our business. And so basically what we do is, and I'll cancel out of this, and then, so then it waits a month. There's a time, we just set a time, wait 1 month, and then it will send out this email. And it'll send out this email to everyone, right? That you want it to. And so you can segment that. This one is, hey, mindfulness for the busy, 3 practices to transform your day, right? So if I'm a busy parent, I may see this and kind of go, whoa, hey, what help me with that, right? Then talk about a 5-minute meditation, right? Mindful breathing, gratitude, right? And it's not super long. It's easily consumable. And even if they don't, again, even if they don't read it, okay. Now they're not going to like print it and put it on their on their refrigerator with the kids, art projects. But the thing about it is that it's a reminder, and it's not us constantly selling them either. And it's the balance of that. And then every one of those, right, it's going to have PS. Hey, if you or someone has a question about mortgages, hey, I love answering questions about that. Hey, connect them with me. Again, it's just a simple and easy reminder. So, and then you can just set these up through through the whole year. You can set them up for two. There's no, but easily, at the beginning of the year, as you can set this up with my students, what I recommend is and a quarter is we're going to do 2 value driven, and then we're going to have one that's going to, that it's going to be around, specifically around their industry, insurance or whatever that may be. And so we've got a nice, mix of that going into it. What happens a lot of times is that it's all business. So what we want to do is we want to build up some equity with folks of bringing them value. So they're like, oh, okay. Hey, that was interesting. And it's also a way for us then to have a conversation, to follow up with people, to kind of go, hey, did you see the email about the productivity, hacks that I sent out this month? No, yes, it doesn't matter. It's just a conversation starter. If they saw it, it's like, hey, what'd you think about that? Or like, no, I didn't get to see it. Like, oh, hey, hey, make sure you check that out. That was very interesting. There's one in there that I didn't know about. It was called Forest, or, whatever. They're great conversation starters because as we all know, the challenge a lot of the times is that to get people to actually, to want to start conversations, which really shouldn't be that hard, because these are people that know, like, and trust us. We're not cold calling and spamming people this information. So I just wanted to jump in here, just kind of show you, and I'll just, this is what it looks like. It's not rocket science. You don't have to be a computer programmer to do this. If your CRM does not have an ability to do automations or workflows, you probably need a CRM that does, because you can automate a lot of other things, texting, also task as well, of when to call people. There's just so many ways now of utilizing, obviously AI, and also using, a CRM to help make life easier on us as we're looking to generate new business, to be able to consistently connect with our database to generate more referrals. And as we all know, the referrals, those are some of our best and our most cost productive ways to generate our business. So wanted to just share that with you today. I hope that was helpful. If you want, I'll turn my screen share off. If you want a copy of the let me cancel this. All right, if you want a copy of that AI prompt, just drop in the comments that you want it, and then I'll shoot it over to you in Messenger if you want. If you got questions around the CRM, what that looks like, let me know. I can connect you with my folks on that. It's super affordable. And if I'm an affiliate, I'll just show you, I'm an affiliate. I use this. I've run 2 businesses using this software, and I can get you, a pretty killer deal on this on a monthly basis. So that's what I got for you today's training. Hey, as always, thanks for checking in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.